All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. We're here once again by popular demand. The people asked for him back, so we're bringing him back, and he has quite a lot to say about a couple of things in the boxing world. So, Pops, welcome back. I'm back on the channel.
Sure. I'm excited to be back here.
We got a lot to talk about, man, because I was out and about doing my traveling or whatever, and a lot happened since the last time we had you on this channel. We'll start here because I know this ties right into your interaction with Keyshawn Davis back in May when we were there at the Albright rematch, and we were there in Norfolk, and I didn't think you was gonna ask him no crazy questions, and you wound up asking him. You said, how do you sleep at night knowing that you're not gonna fight the best, you're not gonna fight your brother Shakur? And Keyshawn looked at you, Pop, with a smirk on his face, and he said, with millions. And now that's not really checking out because he had millions to fight Devin Haney in this purse bid, 2.1 to be exact. And he's decided to decline it because he feels like he's worth more. I guess he wants to know his worth. So what are your reactions overall to Keyshawn Davis pulling out of the Devin Haney purse bid?
I'll tell you like this, boxing only give you so many opportunities. When you fuck up more than one time, and I would dwell on that. I think Keyshawn at one time he missed weight one fight.
Yeah, he lost the title on the scale.
Okay, he lost the title on the scale, so that was like a bad reflection on him and his character and his discipline. And what we do as humans, sometimes we try to hide by making excuses. Okay, and I'm gonna say it's about Keyshawn. Keyshawn, I was really surprised when he did that, especially being in the Olympic, how I think highly of them. And now I'm even more fucking surprised that he had an opportunity to fight one of the top fighters in boxing, whether we want to agree with him or not, and Devin Haney. And yes, he didn't get how I say the bag like he wanted, but he was getting paid. And if he had beaten Haney, he wouldn't have more of those open up to him. Okay, I'm starting to see one of your favorite sayings coming to fruition. My son says, once you bake a cake, it's a motherfucking cake.
that's a BT classic.
And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. I'm gonna go back to Stevenson, but I just want to add this little bit here with Stevenson.
I mean Davis.
No, I know. Davis.
Oh, Shakur. Okay.
Stevenson. He's starting to look just like his motherfucking brother, Stevenson. Okay. He's making excuses. He's not disciplined. Doesn't want to fight nobody. He doesn't want to be that great fighter. These fighters today, they don't want to be the great fighters that they should be. And to me, Keyshawn made a fool of himself, and even more of a joker by not. I threw out the Joker's wild to see what he's gonna say, and it came out to friction that he played into my hand, and it came to the truth. Came to the truth, to the fact that he was gonna sit there and fucking back out of a big fight. I don't know what more he could do for himself. All I can say is embarrassed to himself, embarrassed twice, not once, but twice. Okay, and I think in the long run, he don't know how much he's hurting himself. And I'll say one thing about that: you're only as good as your team. What the fuck you got a manager for? What the fuck you have a promoter for? If they don't do the right thing for you and steer you in the right foot and say, hey, Davis, take that fight, and then in the long run, you're going to make more money. That's why you have a fucking team. Yeah. I don't know what...
Well, in this case, I don't think it's actually on James Prince. He got him in position to fight. The fight was presented to him. He actually turned it down twice because they made it before the fight even went to purse bid. The initial offer was $3 million, and he turned that down.
Right.
Then he had to go to purse bid, and then it became 2.1.
Well, it's even more worse because now... What I always tell you, you always tell me that you're a reflection of me, how you react, and you are a reflection of me, how you react to other people, right?
Correct.
So now you got Keyshawn and even Stevenson, both have the same manager and motherfucking Prince, right? Supposed to be high profile, blah, 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 and blah, 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 but they didn't even take that into consideration. So for me, him doing what he's doing, I lost a lot of respect for him. And you best believe, just like I asked you, when you bake the bread, it's a bread. you best believe I'm going to be the same motherfucker, the same bitch that's going to ask Stevenson what the fuck's he doing. I'm going to question him just like I question you.
Okay. Staying on Keyshawn.
Okay.
Do you believe that he believes that he could actually beat Devin Haney?
I don't think so.
Because he talked a whole lot.
Yeah. That's not a point. He gets on when you go to social media, you can promote yourself. You can do this.
All good.
You can do whatever you want. We can say what we want with Mr. Bill Haney, but he's a motherfucker good manager. He's a good promoter, and he can talk this shit as much as he wants because he's got a champion that's willing to fight who he wants to fight. You sat there throwing in the bait to a motherfucking Bill Haney to throw you the cheese, bring the mice in to get the fight, and then you didn't even go grab the bite and eat it. And I'm taking him taking the fight.
Yeah.
So all that talk you're doing, they say talk is cheap. In this case, it was cheap on your half, Davis. You really back a lot of people down, and you let a lot of people down because of you just talking. And I thought you were gonna take the fight. I thought you were gonna take the fight, even though I didn't believe you were gonna win the fight. I thought you were gonna be man enough and do that and to do what you did because you said you're not worth it. You really didn't look into the future and your opportunity.
You didn't see the big picture.
No.
So now, Keyshawn's career for the time being seems to be in shambles. I was hearing through the grapevine that I guess Top Rank doesn't have to offer him a fight till May.
Wow.
So he might go on the shelf, and even if he's not on the shelf, the best they could probably do for him is maybe like a Frank Martin. They could sign Frank Martin.
Right.
They got Brian Norman. They got Tiger Johnson. But that's still, with all respect to those guys, that's not the magnitude of what a Devin Haney win would have did for his career, So he definitely missed out on a big opportunity.
Yeah, and it comes to mind to bring to the question to the promoter in Top Rank. Is it me worthwhile keep promoting this special Olympic fighter that I thought was special when he comes out here and he's not even hitting home runs? He's fucking striking out consistently, not just with boxing but with the fans. Are the fans gonna pay? One of the biggest questions that people say when they promote a fight, boxers put asses on the seats. Mm-hmm. Are they willing to take that chance and jeopardize that again against a fighter like Davis?
Correct.
And he comes back and throws him another strike instead of hitting the home run.
Yeah. Even Bob Arum, they got Bob Arum out of his bed. Bob Arum said,
Wow.
This kid talked about the fight. He said he wanted the fight. And I don't understand. Like, Bob's perplexed. Everybody, wow. it really is. Like, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but it's probably one of the most questionable, I would say, ducks in modern boxing history, considering where Keyshawn is, what the win would have did for him, and ultimately how he reacted when the time came.
And I want to send a good message to the yes men of Keyshawn's side. Your motherfuckers were talking shit to me when I questioned him that day about that question. Where the fuck is all his fans and the yes men that seen me the other day?
His trainer Dorsett Barnwell.
Yeah. Where you are now?
Well, I saw he did an interview with Mill City, and he was kind of agreeing with Keyshawn, like, hey, Keyshawn should be in more. It's a super fight. It's this and it's that. So
a yes man is always gonna be a motherfucking yes man. You know why? Because Keyshawn Davis is the one that signs his check. All right. He's going to be a yes man.
But if there's no fight, there's no checks.
Right. But what he's saying is, I'm going to keep supporting you whether I do agree or not, because I'm still on the clock with you. Okay? To me, that's not enough.
Yeah.
If you can sit there and support your fighter and say, okay, take less than the $3 million, then you must not go to math class and know how to pass math. You don't know your numbers. Because if you would have taken the $3 million that were offered to you first, then you would say, Keyshawn, no, don't take the 2.5. Go ahead and take the $3 million.
Okay, let's go win this fight.
But you being the yes man, I'm sorry to tell you, you need to go back to class or maybe talk to Einstein or go read some of his books to know how to add numbers.
Yeah, it's worth noting before I pivot back to Devin Haney, Dorsett Barnwell, who's his trainer, the one you talked to, he was undefeated. He was roughly like 12-0 as a heavyweight. He actually was supposed to fight a guy that we both know named Trevor Bryan.
Yeah.
He had a fight in 2015 scheduled with Trevor Bryan.
Oh, wow.
And Dorsett Barnwell pulled out of that fight at the 11th hour and did not fight Trevor Bryan. He avoided Trevor Bryan, right? So I put this on Twitter as well. Keyshawn just repeated the history of his coach.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame. It's okay to support a fighter, but and this is what we say when you have a yes man that are not truthful. Because I can't call out and say, hey Keyshawn, hey, take the 2.5. Don't. I know you wanted $3 million, but take the 2.5, and in the long run,
We can win.
there's gonna be a bit you can win. And if you beat this guy, who's a big name in boxing, in Haney, your doors open up with more money. But he didn't say that. Whatever Keyshawn said, he just said yes, 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 and that's how I'm gonna see it. So when I want him to run into him too, I'm gonna ask him that question. Keep that in mind.
Okay, Pop. Okay. Well, now Devin Haney still got to figure out what he's going to do with his career.
I know, man.
Because, it's funny.
Jesus.
We started off with the Deebo nickname, and we thought it was a joke.
Deebo Devin.
Yeah. We thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
But Deebo came knocking on the door to Shakur. He tucked his chain.
Yeah.
He came on knocking on the door for Keyshawn. He tucked his chain.
Yeah.
So, as funny as it may sound, it ain't so funny no more.
No.
These fighters really got Devin Haney looking like he's Deebo.
Yeah.
So now, as it was reported that Devin Haney's in negotiations to potentially unify with Liam Paro, who just recently picked up the IBF belt.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Paro and Devin used to actually spar in Las Vegas when Liam Paro first got to America. What do you think about that potential fight, Liam Paro versus Devin? Do you have any thoughts on that fight?
I mean, I'm happy for Devin because Devin has come out and said, okay, I didn't get the fights that I really wanted with the people that I want, for whatever the reason may be. But you know what you can't say? You can't say there was a lot of it on my part. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did everything out there. You closed the door on yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So what option do I have now? I have to go down the line and see what's available for me now. I went up to the top dogs. The top dogs didn't want to bark. They were barking. They weren't fucking biting.
Because Keyshawn turned on the first bid, and then Shakur wants to fight at 144 pounds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it again. And I know what Shakur is that going to 147 is too big for him, but 144 supposedly it helps him out better because he's a lighter fighter.
He was willing to go to 147 for Conor Ben.
Yeah,
but not Devin Haney.
But not Devin Haney. So there goes again the contradiction. And I'm gonna keep saying this until I die. I don't fucking want to hear, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't want to fucking hear New Jersey's Stevenson ever compare his name to motherfucking Sugar Ray Robinson. Okay?
Or Leonard.
Or Leonard, because you ain't that dog that you think you are. You're a motherfucking puppy with your tail in your ass. Okay? Because if you're that great, you stop the talking, you stop the barking, and you go in there and you bite motherfuckers you're supposed to do. You turn out 3 big fights.
Which one? Start name him.
It was Ryo. He turned down, right? He just
he hasn't turned it down yet. He's just saying
okay.
he doesn't. He's downplaying Ryo right now. He hasn't turned it down yet.
And I think the other one was what?
Foster. He was he gave Foster his word.
Yeah, Foster
and he's not rushing to fight Foster.
No. And then I forgot who the other one was.
Devin.
Devin. So you're saying you're barking more than you're biting. What I'm getting at, you're saying you're this great specimen. Yes, you're a talented, skillful fighter that a lot of people, and yes, you neutralize motherfucking Teofimo, but that's not the whole set of boxing there. There's more other boxers besides Teofimo. And you had your chance. And you're not, you know what? You're fucking blowing it. You're fucking blowing it. You become another embarrassment who just talk and don't do the walk. Like, who does this? Tell me who the fuck does this. You can't sit there and in this time of society and feel like you're entitled to shit when you ain't in there backing it up. So, I don't know where you can go from this. Really, I don't fucking care what you do. I lost a lot of respect for you. And guess what? I'm from Jersey City, Stevenson. Just the way I watch your twin brother, Keyshawn. Shakira, I'm gonna interview you too. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. We'll say, don't sit there and talk your shit and hype up the train, and then don't get in the train and ride in the ring and fight the best.
All right. So there you have it.
Yeah.
So if Devin can't get the Liam Paro fight,
oh, man.
you know, obviously you got guys like Tiger Johnson. You know, they have a history.
Yeah.
Brian Noman, I think, is like #1 in the WBO now again. So that rematch could be a lot closer than we think.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Devin.
Yeah, Devin can do what he wants. I'm not mad at Devin. I'm more mad at Stevenson.
It's crazy to hear you say this because for many years you've been critical of Devin.
Mr. Bill Haney, listen to this. Yeah. I'm not mad at Devin at all. Devin can do what he wants to do because Devin didn't act like this big diva talking and social doing this. And they all do, but I'm saying like, Stevenson, I'm the best. I'm entitled to this. I want this. Keyshawn, I want this. Keyshawn, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Bill Haney, where's your son? He did all this shit. And then when you get the chance to stand up and do the big dance, all of a sudden you broke your legs and you got amnesia.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes on that front. A lot to talk about there. But switching gears, Pops, we had Jose Zepeda. He had a really impressive performance against Lamont Roach. What did you think about it?
Man, it's funny because I've been at the same thing I did with Dev. I was switch roles. I did it with Zepeda. I've been a big fan of Zepeda for the longest time, saying, "Oh, he's gonna go in there, the power," and he does. He's got the volume punching and everything. But in this fight, believe it or not, I wanted Lamont Roach.
Yeah.
And I like Lamont Roach in the pocket, and I thought because of Zepeda just coming in and staying in there, that it would be an advantage for Roach to go in there and beat him to the pocket. But goddamn, you gotta give props to Zepeda, man. He went in there and showed out and showed the best version of him. From what I saw, people saying that he had better foot movement, better angles. That people didn't expect that. Even Lamont Roach said, I didn't expect him to do all that.
Yeah, I picked him and I was surprised. He exceeded my expectations. Yeah, for sure.
So to see that happen is big. It's big. It affected Lamont Roach. He was crying and this and that, Bobby D, blah, blah, whatever. But at the end of the day, this is what we talk about. This is why we gotta have the fights. So I'm hoping that Zepeda, he said he wants to fight, who said he wants to fight a rematch with
Well, I asked him about the Shakur Stevenson rematch only because Shakur is not fighting any of the guys that people are asking him for.
Right.
And he said he was going to fight Lamont Roach, and Lamont Roach would have won. So he beat, Lamont Roach, so it's a natural question.
Right.
But I think a more realistic fight, and I talked to this guy on the Portaway podcast about this, is Abdullah Mason versus Williams Pera.
Oh my God!
Now, when I say Williams Pera versus Abdullah Mason, what are some feelings? What are some thoughts that come to mind about that matchup?
I mean, I'm also visualizing Abdul being against the wall in the last fight. The way he got
against Albert Bell.
Yeah, against Albert Bell and what happened there. And no, Albert Bell is no Zepeda, but I will say this:
different style.
If Zepeda comes in there and continues to smother Mason, and Mason don't what do you call it, quick reflection knockouts, he gets him one of those quick reflection knockouts like I can do,
like flash knockdown.
Yeah, flash knockouts. I don't really see. I do not really see the pressure that supporters bring in.
Zepeda, yeah.
I mean, Zepeda's bringing to him. I don't see Mason withstanding that.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Zepeda overwhelms him with pressure?
I think he's gonna bring the pressure like up more, and I think he's gonna smother him. Bell was really smart and knew him and took his side and was a little taller, had the reach and did this, but this guy's gonna come at him. And if Abdullah go in there and get him out early, he's gonna have a long night.
Yeah, and
that's my guys. You guys would say, "Oh, he's talking crazy." Blah 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 blah. I don't know because I have a lot of questions now with Abdul. I seen him last time when I fought my fight. We got knocked out. We got back out.
Johan Vasquez.
And then in this fight, it was really very stressful on his corner.
He had the Sam Noakes fight too, which was really tough.
Yeah. So so I'm not gonna sit here and just downplay Zepeda like I was before. Even though I thought highly of him, didn't pick him against the Lamont fight. I think that pressure and that smothering that he does, I think will affect
Mason.
Mason's gonna have to come in and take him out early.
Do you? So I remember when I looked at the comments of the Put Away podcast, and a lot of people. There are people out there that feel like, you know what, Abdullah's 22 years old. Yes, he's taking some tough fights, but they feel like a Williams Pera fight right now or anytime within the next 6 months, anytime soon, it's still too early for him. Do you feel like it's too early, or are you of the mindset like, you know what? No, you're the world champion, and a world champion must fight all comers.
I'm going to take the complete opposite. I think it's actually going to be a maturing point for Mason, a maturing point where he actually was getting pushed around, and the corner really had to beg him. His dad was really screaming at him like, yo, wake the fuck up. You don't know if you're going to win this fight or not. And he came out and did it. I think that really opened up his eyes more, and I think whoever's going to question his authority in that ring, he's going to try to answer the bell. I just think that pressure from Zepeda, bring it in
the volume,
and Lamont is not Abdul moves around. He throws
got more firepower.
More power. He's got the range. He's got this. But if Pera continues, and from what I say, they say he wasn't even tired because I didn't see the fight.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Fights or whatever. So if he brings that pressure in, he can cut the range from all that pressure. And really entertain Abdullah, where Abdullah's got to figure out, damn, how I'm going to open back up and shoot those shots that I usually get, or whatever the case may be, then I can see it. But I don't think, and I could be wrong, maybe you can tell me on this one, I don't think I've seen a fighter like like Abdullah, no, like Abdullah had fought. I mean, a fighter like Abdullah who has fought Zepeda and exposed him, or has more similar style as Abdullah, and it caused Zepeda to lose a fight in his future resume. You understand what I'm trying to say?
No.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, has Zepeda fought any type of fighter
like Abdullah?
Like Abdullah,
I mean, he fought,
like expose him, like to expose him.
He fought Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I know it's not the same style.
No.
It's not the same style. However, to Shakur's credit,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Shakur held his ground in the pocket very well, and some of the things that Shakur did in that fight, Abdullah's gonna also have to do. And Abdullah's doing it at a much earlier stage of his career. You know, Shakur has already Olympic experience. He's already was a world champion a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about a much more mature place in boxing.
For that,
Mason is 22 years old.
Yeah.
So I think if Mason were to beat a guy like Zepeda, that to me is like a throwback win.
Okay.
Like now you're talking about, you know, the kind of wins that fighters in the 80s used to get in the 90s.
Right.
You know that would be a win to me. I mean, Sam Noakes and Albert Bell, not big names, but very, very good fighters. And those are not fighters that the other big names are just running to go fight.
Right.
And he's taking on these guys, and he has the appetite for smoke, and he's finding ways to win. So if he follows that up and he fights William Zepeda, who in my opinion is in the discussion for the best volume puncher in boxing, if he figures that puzzle out, man, we're talking about pound and pound.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going for both boxes.
Zepeda has not fought
a fighter as similar style as Abdullah, and has Abdullah fought any similar style besides Noakes and the guys you just mentioned?
I mean, there's nobody Abdullah's fought with the volume of Zepeda, and there's nobody that Zepeda has fought, I feel, with the firepower of Abdullah. I mean, because he fought Tevin Farmer, right?
Yeah,
24 rounds. Right? Tevin Farmer gave him a good fight.
Right.
And he fought Shakur, who's a very skillful fighter. Yeah. Can't take that from Shakur. Defensive minded. But no, he was in the pocket that fight. Okay. William made him fight that fight.
Okay.
I don't think either one of them necessarily seen anything like each other. So that's the intriguing part of it. And I think Zepeda's experience and his volume could play a big factor.
And I think his confidence in winning this fight, the way he won it and how he did it, and like nobody expected him to just come forward like north and south fighter and move east to west with his angles and his foot movement. I didn't see a lot of it, so I don't know. But people are saying that he's actually really improved, and I think that would work in his favor against an Abdullah. Abdullah's very experienced, rangy. He's good at timing his shots. He knows how to fight. You know what I mean? To get his shots off and everything he does. So he's good at all that. The question is, can he smother? Can he keep that smothering away from him, where he can actually throw those punches and get inside and get to his guy?
Yeah, wear him down.
Because that's what I want to see. I think even when I've seen Zepeda, I don't think I've seen anybody break his body down in a lot of fights where...
No, I mean, you can hold your ground with him. He's never been... I mean, Tevin Farmer dropped him, but he wasn't, like, hurt, you know? Nobody's really hurt William Zepeda like that. You know, it's been flash knockdowns and things like that.
Would you say that the fans are 50-50 on this so far?
Yeah, it's a fight. I mean, from what I've seen, and y'all can feel free to comment in the chat below, but from what I've seen, people seem to be pretty split on that fight because, you know, Zepeda was very impressive against Lamont Roach. The angles, the way he was able to break his rhythm and add the volume. A win like that will do a lot for a fighter's confidence.
And when you asked him on the part of the show...
Abdullah loves the fight. Like, you know, he's more than he's ready. Now he likes the fight. I don't know if Top Rank wants to do that fight. I feel like Golden Boy would do the fight.
Would you say that did he mention in the show that what he's seeing, the weakness of what he can actually...
He didn't get into the weaknesses. He just said it's a fight that he feels would check the boxes. But he did say that he believes William Zepeda, if he were to fight him right now, would be the toughest fight of his career.
Do you think, just going back to Shakur a little bit, now that we talk about Abdullah, do you think now that we've seen Shakur turn all these fights down, so to speak, right? And we don't know about Rao, right? Do you think he would consider giving
Zepeda a rematch?
Now that he's got a belt?
No.
It's a waste of time?
Well, because he's going to say he already beat him, right? And
damn.
Zouf was paying him $15 million. Or 10 in the range of $15 million. I don't think he's gonna fight Zepeda yet. Now, if Zepeda were to beat like an Abdullah Mason, then I feel like Shakur would fight Williams Zepeda.
You think so?
Yeah, but not right now.
Okay.
I feel like it's too soon.
Yeah.
Roach is good, yes, and I could see like he was calling Roach out, but I just don't see it.
Right, you still don't see that. Yeah, so we don't know where. I like the fact. I like the mindset of Zepeda when we were talking to him in Spanish. He said, "I'm willing to take any newcomers. I'm willing to do what I got to do." So I like that from him. I think there was one fight that I didn't. I might get this confused. I don't even the same weight class. I don't think so. I think Pitbull's in a different weight class now. But wasn't he off one?
No. Pitbull's at 140.
He's at 140. Yeah.
Oh no, Pitbull's at
135, right?
Pitbull's at 140. Williams Zepeda at 135.
Oh, okay.
But hypothetically, I mean, they could meet up. That could. You know, what's another fight they mentioned, and you could let me know what you think. They mentioned Vaquero Navarrete moving up to fight Williams Zepeda. Navarrete versus Zepeda.
That'd be a good fight. Just because of the volume punching.
Yeah, two Mexican.
Oh my God! Just imagine that'd be like a great fight. And Navarrete always got a great resume anyway. So and having two legitimate Mexicans going at it with that. And right now, I think it's everything is timing. And I think right now the bread is rising in the oven for Zepeda, which means this is coming time, the right time for him to go ahead and blossom. Why not have that fight? But then again, I think the thing is never out there having a big fight or something coming up with.
Well, he's in negotiations currently with Oshaki Foster. Also, I mean, Oshaki Foster versus Williams Zepeda could be a potential fight. God. You know,
there's a lot of opportunities out there. We just have to lick our chops and see which one the fighter's going to get. Whichever fighter we're going to see, whether it's Abdullah, or the guys we just fought, Shaki, or these other fighters, it's going to be a great fight between all these because now we're starting to see everything's going to iron out sooner or later.
Okay, all right. Last thing, Pops. I know you watched the recent, and I know you're very excited about this fight coming up on August 29th between Filip Hrgovic and Moses Itauma. They recently did a face-off interview on DAZN.
Oh man,
what was your reaction? Because Hrgovic said a lot. Moses said a little more than usual. What was your reaction to that whole face-off interview?
I'll say it like this: the mind game on both interviews they had with each other. I think Hrgovic is running the mind game, like really getting inside Moses' mind. But Moses' look is like I'm gonna you know when you punch a wall and when you hit that wall it goes right through, it makes a hole and like through that door. I can see this young buck just going in there and like trying to hurt him in the first couple of rounds. And if Hrgovic doesn't watch out, it could be a good night for him early. But if Hrgovic withstand the couple of rounds and keep his distance and let this young buck I'm gonna say he does. To me, I'm gonna go with Hrgovic. He doesn't have that great experience everybody wants to. He's good. He's talented. He's skillful. And like people were saying, they asked one question today. I was reading about him. The UK audience was saying, who's better skillful, Tyson? Who's a better skillful fighter, heavyweight, Tyson, or
Moses?
Moses. I said
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I put it like this. In my opinion, Itauma, as young as he is, he's got skills and he's very skillful. But as far as power, he don't come no fucking. In my opinion, he don't come no fucking close at this time.
To Mike Tyson?
To Mike Tyson, not even fucking close. And while we're talking about Itauma, and we'll go back to Filip Hrgovic. Itauma talking about that he says that he's giving props to Tyson and Joshua about not fighting them because not in their prime. He can say that and give respect to them, but in my opinion, I totally disagree with that. I think you have not done enough. I'm talking from the Joshua side to carry British
boxing.
I'll carry his shorts to do what Joshua did in British boxing, and now he carried it in what he's at to. When you get to that point, you can say what you want. I think they've earned the right, whether they get their ass kicked or not, if they want to fight you or not.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying he shouldn't even be talking about no Tyson Fury and Joshua?
No, I don't think he was just.
I didn't watch the interview.
No, he was just basically saying that they asked would he fight a Joshua.
Well, that's the thing. If they asked him a question and he's answering the question, you can't get mad at him for answering the question. He's answering the question.
Yeah, but I just don't like. I just don't. And he was respectful, but I just think let them two giants decide what they want to do because they done a lot for boxing for the British people. Okay, but let me go back to Turkey. Let me go back to Hrgovic and that because I don't want to go with Turk. Hrgovic to me, I think he's won the mind game. I just hope because he's been honest.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing winning the mind game?
I think it's a great thing.
You think so?
I think it's a great thing because they say what do they say? Boxers say is 50% or what is it? 80%.
Most of the fight is in the mind.
Yeah, right. So most of the fight in the mind. So by him getting in his mind, it's going to a lot to do in favor of Hrgovic. And if the fight goes past 3 or 4 or 5 rounds, or however long it goes, and he's frustrating the young buck, it favors more Hrgovic than it will him.
Yeah.
Because of he's young, he wants to knock this motherfucker out. He even begged him, or said today in the interview, what he said? He said, "Oh, so you're not gonna give me no credit about anything?" He said, "No,
no props.
I ain't give you no motherfucking props." And you could see through his eyes, like he had fire in the motherfucking eyes. I'm talking about Moses Itauma, and I'm like, oh my god, he want to put.
It's gonna be a great fight.
So it's gonna be a great fight, and I said the longer the fight lasts, it will favor Hrgovic. I will give the first 3 rounds, and I'm talking real.
Yeah,
I will
Moses.
Because
of the speed? Is it because of the speed, or?
I just think the speed, and I think I'm not gonna say power, because one thing that Hrgovic brought up, I totally agree with him, is that chin. He's got that chin. He said, "See this chin right here? It's got hit by a lot of people, and it's still here." So, and he said, "If you hit me, you knock me the fuck out, and you whip my ass out, I'll shake your hand. But this chin right here, it's gonna be hard for you to knock out." So he's talking a lot of it, getting in his mind. He's winning that. What happens inside the ring?
We don't know.
We know the young buck is going to favor the youth, but the experience, I think Hrgovic got, and Hrgovic will win the mind game. And if he plays the fight, fight the fight smart, and don't let Itauma land a right shot to your left eye.
Yeah, because the cuts easy sometimes.
But I like Fred Flintstone. I think he can knock. I think hit him.
What did you make of the comments where Hrgovic said pretty much, because Moses, he did grow up in the UK, but he migrated to the UK from Slovakia. So it's the battle of the 2 Balkans, right? Yeah. What do you make of Philip's comments that if Moses didn't grow up in the UK, that his career wouldn't have been fast tracked? That basically, if he was an outright Slovakian fighter, he would have had to endure the same similar struggles that Hrgovic had to moving his career along. What do you think about that?
I totally agree with that. Basically what Hrgovic is saying is, I'm Croatian. Who the fuck wants a Croatian champion? That's what he's saying. Nobody wants a fucking Croatian. I had to work 12, 20 years longer than you to get where I'm at. You came to the UK, God bless you and your family, and you became that fighter, and you became prominent right away, and they blossomed you like the king, but you had it a lot easy to you. You had fucking steak, cheese, and wine. Ask me what I had to get out.
He didn't have food stamps.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. So I have to respect everything Hrgovic is saying. And he's right what he's saying. If you would have been from Slovakian, would the boxing industry treat you the same way, or would they treat you like shit like they treated me?
Yeah.
That's basically what he's saying. So I'm happy, and win or lose, I'm riding with fucking Hrgovic. Only because I like these stories, I like what he's doing. He's waited so long for this opportunity. And I like what he said. He looked in his eye, told him, "I'll shake your hand, boot my ass, but at least I'm going to have my chance to do it." So that's what I'm going for. I'm quite sure Itauma, he's probably going to favor it. I think he's the favorite.
He's the favorite, yep.
I don't know how much
this is looked at to be his coronation.
Okay.
Like Hrgovic is just like the general consensus is that Hrgovic is a good, credible fighter, but his style is made to order for Moses, and this is the coronation and the beginning of the Moses Itauma era in the heavyweight division.
And is that like the changing the guard with Joshua?
Fury, he is the next guy to take us into the new era of heavyweight boxing. Yes.
But is it fair to say then that Hrgovic is fighting? I mean, Itauma is fighting. This is the best to me.
The best opponent?
The best opponent.
Oh, by far.
By far. Regardless if he's that Fred Flintstone, regardless if he's the snail, regardless what you want to call it, he is the best he's ever had. So I don't want to hear what he did to Dylan White. I don't want to hear. I was watching. Looking at his box rec. Thomas box rec. Yeah. He fought
Jermaine Franklin.
He fought Dylan White. I forgot who else he fought, and then everything else. In my opinion, and I could be wrong, it was a couple good fighters, and then it's like in a farm, tomato cans. Okay, to me, I have not seen Itauma be that guy that everybody thinks he is. I'm sorry to say.
But this fight will show.
This fight will prove to me if he can go in there and like decapitate
Hrgovic,
like literally, like what people think he's gonna do, which I don't think so. I think Hrgovic is been out for this fight. He's worked hard for this fight. I don't think he's done what you said before. You and I would say that he overworks himself in the gym. I see him more level-headed, more like, okay, so it's going to be a different Hrgovic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Itauma's not going to win, but I'm not going to take my eyes off of Hrgovic. I would love to see the creation go in there and just shut everybody out. Shut this hype job out.
Me too. I won't call him a hype job.
I call him a hype. You never heard, but I've been calling him a hype job because the whole beat is all of a sudden.
They're already crowning him, and he hasn't beat nobody.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. And I'm not saying that he's not that talented guy that might run over the heavyweight division in 20 years. But stop the hype, brother. Stop telling him.
What did public enemy say? Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, don't believe the hype. So what I'm getting at is stop comparing him to Mike Tyson.
There's no one Mike Tyson.
He's not a fucking Mike Tyson, okay? He's his own. And one thing I would love about Itauma, he's very respectful.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Very respectful, very silent.
That's why I can't talk bad about him.
But that motherfucker is a killer in that ring. But he's going to find out, like this guy just said, I came from eating breadcrumbs while you eating steak, and I'm still motherfucking here.
Yeah.
I'm still motherfucking here.
All right, so let me ask you this, Pops. I want you to break it down from both sides.
Yeah.
We'll start with Hrgovic. Hrgovic beats Moses Itauma to become the first Croatian heavyweight champion. What do you think that means in the grand scheme of things? What does that mean for boxing?
Personally, I'll be honest with you. I don't give two fucks. I'm just like him. I don't give two fucks about boxing. You didn't think shit less of me before. Now you want to think the greater of me, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Hrgovic, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it'll be a big thing for Croatia and for Hrgovic, and will open the doors for him, obviously, right?
Yeah.
That people thought that he could never
now he
do.
get the big fights. Now for the first time in his career, he could actually be in the driver's seat.
Right, and get the money that a lot of fighters could deserve, and go in the driver's seat. For Itauma, he's a talent. I said that he's a skillful, talented fighter coming up, young fighter, young lad. I call him.
Young lad.
I call him
young lad.
Yeah.
Strong young lad.
Yeah. I call him a young. I call him a young lad. And I'm saying that because he's been out there, he's been tested by others, and like for me when he was asking like Hrgovic to give him a break, I didn't like that.
Give him respect.
I didn't like that.
Well, because you know what it is. If you go back and you watch, and you can go rewatch them. If you go watch the other like those interviews they did, like the face-to-face ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you go watch the Dillian White one, that wasn't the Dillian White that fought Joshua all those years ago.
Oh no.
He was all respectful, and he's like, oh, it's made for him to do.
Yeah.
He's used to opponents especially. Yeah. Giving him all this credit, and for the first time in his career, he got shown him zero respect.
None, and that's working for Hrgovic's case. So I see Itauma being that great British fighter down the road.
It's just not now.
But it's not happening that night. And if it is, so be it.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. Let's say he doesn't get the job done and he doesn't win. You know, the British media, we see it in boxing, we've seen it in other sports. They're known for being very harsh. Like we can see it with the national team.
Yeah.
They had a lead against Argentina in the semifinal.
Yeah.
They choked it away.
Yeah.
Do you think Moses Itauma is going to experience like a severe 180 from the British media if he fails against Hrgovic?
I don't really think that's really going to affect him.
You don't think so?
I think what's going to affect him, if he loses to this guy right here, he's going to do 180 because people are expecting him to come in here and beat this guy. And I think this is more for him. This is more pressure to not just to prove to the media or anybody, but to prove to himself.
Yeah.
Like he said,
Most importantly.
He said, "I'm coming into this ring. We all can talk whatever we want now, but we're in the ring together. As two men doing it, we're gonna find out." But to me, I think the pressure of how Hrgovic is putting his mind game is really getting to him. So to me, he even said it. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna bang. I want to bang it. He wants to hurt him. You can see it.
Yeah.
And that's because of the head game. That's what I'm going to see. If he loses this fight, I think that's going to affect him more. Not because it was Hrgovic, but because of how he lost the fight.
Yeah, the expectations.
Yeah.
Because it's not even good enough if he just wins.
Because he handles pressure.
Yeah.
You see him, he's calm, he's this and that. You don't see, I never seen him like the way he is with this right here.
I remember when Anthony Joshua came out, I mean, there was a certain level of hype because he was a gold medalist and he was a big, strong guy, marketable. Tyson Fury, there was a certain level of hype too. But this is a little different because they're saying that this guy is going to be the next, all-time great heavyweight. He's getting, as great as Fury and Joshua had to be when they were coming up. I never heard none of them get compared to Mike Tyson.
I want to know when Bruno was coming up, if they compared Bruno to this type of stature. Either.
Frank Bruno wasn't that good. No, he wasn't.
So what I'm getting at is, and he's handling the pressure because he's a young guy. That's a lot of pressure on the fighter.
It is. You gotta give him his.
So you gotta give him his props, but you can't just sit there and crown him king of the mountain when he even hasn't climbed half the mountain yet. He hasn't even climbed the mountain. On Hrgovic's side, he's been to Olympic. He been through this. He been through that. And Itauma's argument is, well, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. No, we don't know what you've been through. We're just telling you the accolades of this guy's done. Well, you have just been there, and just because you're being chronic doesn't mean you're self-deserving that. You got beautiful knockout power, you got the quickness, you got the skills, but to me, you fought older guys that are past their prime, and you beat the fuck out of them, so be it. You know what I mean? And somebody brought that out in one of the comments, and the European thing, the UK thing I was saying, he says, why is he talking about past their primes? He fucking fought people past their primes also. About Itauma. Yeah. That's what I was telling Hrgovic, oh, you fought these guys when they passed their prime, when you beat this and you beat that, you beat that. Yeah, but you did the same thing. You're a young buck. So for me, I don't think he hasn't earned, like in the military, you haven't earned your stripes.
You haven't earned your rank yet.
You haven't earned your rank yet. So if you do this, I'll give you your props, I'll give you your flowers, but you're gonna have to really impress me. Like if you take Hrgovic 12 rounds,
that's to start making performance. You think?
Yeah, and that's it. But I'm not gonna put you like. Dun, dun, dun.
Not just yet.
No, not just yet. Now the fight that's intriguing, and I'm not taking nothing away from Hrgovic. I'm a big fan of the creation. The fight, if he does win, or in a future fight, I would like to see him against Dynamite Dubois.
You know, it's funny
and then on top of that, I'll just throw another wrench in there.
Go ahead.
This guy just got he lifted suspension. Parker. I like Parker too.
Joseph, it was a good fight. Yeah. You know, it's funny because you mentioned Dubois, because years ago, I remember when Dubois was a prospect. I'm saying you were on the Daniel Dubois train early.
Yeah.
And
he went Hrgovic, I think, back in the day. Well, there was another fight that I predicted when we were talking about it.
Usyk.
Oh, it was Usyk.
Usyk. Yeah. When people were saying he wasn't going to be anything heavyweight because he had a bad fight against Witherspoon, you were like, no, he's got his volume, like it's all there. But that'd be a good fight. I think if Itauma no matter who wins this fight, the winner of this fight has to fight Frank Sanchez within I think by the end of the year.
Right.
Because Frank Sanchez was the mandatory because he knocked out Torrez, but he's taking step aside money so this fight can be for the belt. So what do you think about, and this will be the last question, what do you think about Hrgovic and Itauma fighting Frank Sanchez? The winner of this fight fighting Frank Sanchez.
Either both of those fighters that are fighting up, I'm taking them over Sanchez.
Really?
I'm taking Sanchez. The biggest fight that I've seen Sanchez, and I'm not taking that away from him.
Torres?
No, when he beat
when he beat Efe Agbaja?
Yeah, that's the only that one. Yeah, he got that one. He won that Torres fight, whatever. But any one of these two fighters here,
they're gonna beat.
They will beat Sanchez.
Well, people will say, well, perhaps if that was the case, both these guys had a chance to fight Frank Sanchez in the IBF Eliminator, and they didn't do that. So, But at
the time, are you saying referring to it right now?
Like before Frank Sanchez fought Torres, Itauma and Hrgovic were both ranked above Torres, and they didn't fight.
Right, but did they get off the fight?
Well, they did. Okay, so Itauma turned it down. Hrgovic, I guess he turned it down, but Keith Conley, his manager, said that they actually accepted it, but none of the networks wanted the fight. Money-wise. I mean, that could be manager bullshit, but, either way, they didn't fight Frank Sanchez.
Sanchez, to me, he's been good. He's been around. One of the heavyweights have been there, back and forth. You know what I really want to see him fight? I don't even know if he probably fought on it. I can't remember. The Sanchez didn't fight Torres, right?
Frank Sanchez?
Yeah.
He knocked out Torres a round or 2 rounds.
Torres. So he beat Torres, but I want to see Sanchez show me more. I don't think he's that it factor. Now, Itauma?
Yeah.
I like Itauma. I think Itauma will bring it out I like Cuban. Quick, motherfucker, quick.
How many rounds would that fight go if it happened?
It ain't going to go motherfucking 10. It ain't going to go 9. I might give it 6 of that. I'm telling you straight up. So that's what I've never been, and I could be wrong, and I should just look at it like you say, look at things realistic, pops, look at it from emotion.
No, talk how you feel.
I've never been this big hype
on Frank Sanchez.
Never. I don't know. I just something about it that just don't trigger me. Yeah, he got the knockout. Yeah, and the biggest fight to me, like I said, will always stand the Jack
yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see him like dominant.
You don't feel like he's truly an upper echelon heavyweight. Like he's good, but he's not.
No, he's about middle, maybe a little bit not top to the top line.
Okay.
So yeah.
Pop.
And I like I said, I would love to see. I don't know how old Parker is. Hopefully, he gets himself together and comes back.
That could be a fight, Parker versus Sanchez.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. If that fight happens, I'm still picking fucking Parker.
Damn,
Parker just came.
Frank Sanchez can't be nobody.
No, and that's just me. I'm closed-minded. I've always been like that. But he's never really opened my eyes to be that.
Not even when he knocked out Torres. I didn't open your eyes up. It was like 2 rounds.
No, Torres was there.
Like a round or 2.
You know what he did? He timed Torres the hippie jibby. Torres had this little dump, and then he just boom, and it just happened. It was a knockout, but I don't think it was. But he won the fight. Give him his respect. He was smart enough to, like businessman, took that side money so they can make more money. That's what I give him.
All right, Pops.
Yeah.
Well, look, any final message you want to give?
Yeah, keep supporting the channel. Best of luck. Good opinions, bad opinions, it don't matter. Nobody's fight. We all can just talk, and that's what makes boxing great. Thank you for supporting us. Motherfucking super chat. Support BT. He's going to England. Show him the moolah. You know what I mean? He's going to need it. And I would appreciate it from my heart. And just you guys being here listening to my idiocity or whatever you want to call it, I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on everything. If you have any more questions, let BT know I'm here, or anybody else want me to talk about. I'm just here to put the fire out there, let you guys know that I'm a passionate fan of you guys just as much as you and me. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you.